Imagine a moment when transportation is no longer tied to roads, when familiar cars, traffic jams, and even high-speed trains begin to seem like something from the past. And if such ideas once sounded like science fiction, today more and more signals indicate that one of the most ambitious companies in the world may be ready to take the next step, and that step is upward. In recent months, an unusual topic has been increasingly discussed within the tech community, and this is not just another concept or a baseless rumor, but a discussion centered around two companies that have already changed the rules of the game more than once: Tesla and SpaceX. On their own, these companies have long been operating at the edge of what is possible. Tesla transformed the automotive market by making electric vehicles mass market and desirable, while SpaceX literally rewrote the rules of the space industry by proving that rockets can be returned and reused. But now, according to analysts and insiders, these two companies may be preparing for something far more large-scale, a project that will combine their key technologies. And if you carefully examine all the hints, statements, and indirect signs, a rather interesting picture begins to take shape. Elon Musk has repeatedly said that the idea of flying transport attracts him not as a distant future concept, but as a fully real direction for technological development. And he has directly noted that from a technical standpoint, creating flying electric transport is possible, but there are certain limitations: safety, noise, and regulation, which is why he stayed away from this niche for a long time. But the important point is something else. He never said it was impossible. He said the time had not yet come, and now, apparently, that time may be arriving. Discussions online are increasingly appearing about a project conventionally called Tesla Falcon X. The name is unofficial, but it has already taken hold in the community. And if you look closely, it is not accidental. Falcon is a direct reference to SpaceX rockets, while X refers to experimental projects of Tesla, and this combination hints at the main idea. This is not just an airplane, but a completely new type of transport. If we try to bring together all the known facts and assumptions, we can imagine what this vehicle might be. First, it will almost certainly be a fully electric system, since Tesla already has vast experience in developing batteries, energy management systems, and efficient electric motors, and its technologies already make it possible to create vehicles with a large range and high power. But an aircraft is a completely different level of requirements, where not just energy capacity matters, but its density. And this is exactly the direction Tesla has been actively working on in recent years. New types of batteries, new architectures, and new materials. And if we assume that they have achieved a certain breakthrough, it becomes clear why the topic of aviation has begun to resurface. Second, autopilot. If today Tesla is already testing fully autonomous cars, then the next logical step is to transfer these systems into the air. And here, there is even an advantage, because unlike roads, where there are a huge number of variable factors, airspace is, in a certain sense, more predictable. This means that the first mass autonomous flying transport may appear precisely in the form of such a project. Now, the most interesting part is the role of SpaceX. SpaceX has unique experience in developing engines, flight control systems, and aerodynamics, and its technologies are designed for extreme loads, high speeds, and complex conditions. And if we combine this with the experience of Tesla, we get a very powerful combination. Essentially, Tesla brings energy, intelligence, and user experience, while SpaceX brings the physics of flight, materials, and engineering foundations. And it is precisely this combination that may deliver the breakthrough that the market has been lacking. As for the vehicle itself, according to experts, it will not be a classic airplane in the usual sense. Most likely, it will be something in between an airplane and a vertical takeoff and landing aircraft. This means a system capable of taking off with almost no long runway while still achieving high speed in horizontal flight. This solves one of the main problems of aviation: infrastructure. If such an aircraft can take off from a compact site, it opens up completely new usage scenarios: urban transportation, fast travel between cities, and a new level of personal transport. And this is where things get really interesting, because such a product is no longer just transport, it is a new category. If Tesla actually enters this niche, It could become the very step that once again reshapes the market, and not only the automotive one. There is already a segment known as eVTOL, electric vertical takeoff aircraft. Dozens of companies are working on them, but they all have one problem: scale and integration. No one simultaneously has batteries, software, production, and flight experience at the level that Tesla and SpaceX together possess. And that is exactly why the idea of their collaboration generates so much interest. If we continue developing this concept, we can imagine what the user experience might look like. You do not get into a car, you call a device. It flies to you. You get inside, and the system automatically builds the route. No pilot, no complex settings. Everything works like a service. And this is no longer science fiction. It is a logical continuation of what Tesla is doing with autopilot. Now let's talk about design. Based on concepts and leaks discussed online, such an aircraft could have a streamlined shape, a minimalist body, and hidden engines. It is possible that some technologies will be borrowed from SpaceX rocket developments, such as cooling systems, body materials, or even elements of jet propulsion. And here another interesting hypothesis appears. Some insiders suggest that the aircraft may use a hybrid system, electric propulsion for the main flight and additional boosters for takeoff or acceleration. If this is true, it could deliver incredible performance. But even without that, the mere appearance of such a device already changes everything. Now the main question is when, and here there is no exact answer. But if you look at Tesla's development cycles, you can notice a pattern. The company works quietly for a long time and then makes a sudden announcement. Cybertruck, Optimus, even Roadster. All of these products existed as rumors for a long time before being revealed. And it is possible that the same stage is happening right now, a phase of hidden development. Some analysts believe that the first prototype could be shown within the next few years, possibly as a demonstration rather than a full product. But even that would be enough to shake the market. Because this is not just a new product, this is a new era. And if Tesla is really betting on such a project, it means they are once again looking further than everyone else, beyond cars, beyond roads, toward the sky. And perhaps in the coming years we will witness a moment that changes everything, a moment when transport stops being a limitation and becomes an opportunity. But there is another point that is hardly talked about, and it may turn out to be the key factor in this entire story. Because this is not just about a new type of transport or a new device, it is about a change in the very logic of movement. Today, the entire infrastructure of the world is built around roads, cities, logistics, routes. Everything is tied to a flat plane. Even aviation, despite its speed, remains dependent on airports, schedules, and complex infrastructure. And it is precisely this limitation that has so far prevented flying transport from becoming truly mass. But if Tesla and SpaceX are indeed working on something like Falcon X, they may take a different path, not adapting to the existing system, but creating a new one. And if such a project really exists, it becomes clear why there is so little information about it. Because this is not the kind of product that can be revealed piece by piece. It is a system that must work as a whole.